Hey everyone, I hope you had a good day today. Hopefully you had a positive mindset and got positive outcomes. I know I got positive outcomes keeping that positive mindset today and even got surprised tonight with an announcement. My friends decided we're going to Chicago for my upcoming birthday weekend. So wasn't really expecting that. I thought we said Madison, but all well, hopefully I don't have to drive it and Dan's driving it. So anyhow, definitely positive outcomes, keeping that positive mindset. So hopefully you're getting similar results. Now, I want to thank everyone who shows me love and support over my Facebook, my Instagram, and now my YouTube channel, all at Cindy Lou Who. That's CyndiLuewho. I greatly appreciate you all, and I ask you guys, share these videos, help get the gospel to the whole world. And if you want to support me, well, my Cash App information is on all my platforms. But let's dive into the lesson. Today it's entitled God's Changeless Character. Let's see what it says. Now, in Malachi 3, verse 6, God declares, I am the Lord, I do not change. Well, some people read this as part of the text and take it to mean that God doesn't change in any way whatsoever, but that's not true, right? Because the rest of the verse, when you read it and the immediate context shows that the changelessness of God affirmed here is God's moral character, right? That does not change. The rest of the verse indicates that God may change relationships, right? For God says, therefore you are not consumed, O sons of Jacob. And in the very next verse, God proclaims to his people, return to me and I will return to you. So as we can see, God, he's consistent, right? He's loving, he's just, he does not bear false witness, he's honest, truthful, his promises are always kept, right? That's what it means. But his relationship with humans, well, that does change, but that's contingent on our behaviors, right? Because he's asking Israel to come back to him. So God does enter into those back and forth relationships with his creations. And though we have that back and forth relationship, everything else, God's character, it does not change, right? It's consistent. This is likewise confirmed in James 1, verse 17, which proclaims that all good and perfect gifts come from God, with whom there is no variation, right? God, he isn't the source of evil. The devil is, right? That master manipulator, the first narcissist, the first one to put on a mask with that snake, right? He deceived Eve with pretty words by wearing a mask, right? So the devil, he's the father of manipulation, the father of lies, of bad things. God, well, his character has remained consistent. Here and elsewhere, scripture repeatedly teaches that God's character is unchangeable. So, in other words, the Bible consistently teaches that God is morally changeless. Yet God can and does enter into contracts, right, with his creations, real relationships, that means, and with whom God responds, and always in that love and justice character, right? God not being a liar, right? He cannot deny himself. God never lies. God's promises are unbreakable. So we can be confident that God is the same God in scripture that we deal with today, right? That part of him doesn't change. So he sent Christ, and through Christ gave himself for us on the cross. He is a God who can be trusted without reservation, and we can have confidence and hope, right, in a brighter, better future because of that sacrifice, because Christ gave his life for us to give us salvation for all eternity. And we see this, right? In Hebrews 13, verse 8, it puts it as Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So God, being part of that Godhead, right? He's the same unchanging in moral character. Now, hopefully you're figuring that out through that relationship with Him, right? Entering that contract with God through prayer, through reading Scripture, and through meditating about Scripture, pondering where it applies to your life, right? Where can we see that other people, they don't follow that same moral character, right? They're aligned more with the devil side of things, with their narcissism or their gaslighting or their manipulative behaviors, right? We see that throughout society today. People doing evil things constantly, right? So hopefully you're taking time to reflect upon Scripture, ponder where it applies to your life, recognizing the real evil in your life, and moving forward away from it. That way the devil can't tempt you with any person, place, or thing in your life that may walk you away from God. But I'll talk to you guys